I hope this video help you improve your score on JLPT. On this channel, I'll focus on verb conjugation, correct use of particle, kanji reading, and pitch accent in Japanese vocabulary. One of the challenging aspects is to understand which particle should be used depending on the case. When I study English or Chinese, I would first check pronunciation of the word, then study grammatical structure, and finally, practice reading sentence. Conversely, when explaining Japanese, I like to take the same approach. Let's learn how to use the phrase られる. Please translate English sentence into Japanese. Can you eat sea urchin? This movie is available to watch until tomorrow. The cultural festival from my high school days is an unforgettable memory. First, we will learn some vocabulary to help with studying grammar. When learning new vocabulary, please pay attention to the pitch accent. There are 4 kinds of pitch accent in Japanese. The first things we must remember is the accent corner. Accent corner is a sound just before the pitch accent suddenly drop. The type of pitch accent will be changed depending on where the accent corner will be located. In this video, high pitch accent symbol is placed on particular molar to indicate which molar has high pitch accent. Backslash is placed between high pitch molar and low pitch molar. According to Japanese pitch accent dictionary, this backslash indicates the position of the molar before the pitch accent drop. Eiga. It means movie in Japanese. There is no accent corner in the word. This word is classified under the first type of pitch accent. Let's add a particle to the word. 映画は映画を Uni. It means sea urchin in Japanese. The accent corner is located in first molar of the word. This word is classified under the second type of pitch accent. Uni. Let's add a particle to the word. Uni はウニを Potential form is used to express the ability or possibility of doing something. It is translated as can or be able to in English. The way to create potential form differs depending on what kind of verb you use in the sentence. We need to remember the 4 principles for creating potential form. In the first principle, we need to change the regular verb to potential verb. For example, in the case of using verb 読む, we need to change regular verb to potential verb. 読む. This verb is classified under the Godan verb group. We need to change regular verb 読む to potential verb 読める. 読める. This potential verb is classified under the 下一段 verb group. It's important to understand potential verb is different type of verb from the regular verb. Potential verb don't have any imperative form. In the second principle, we need to put the られる after the verb in the first form of the verb conjugation table. For example, in the case of using verb 忘れる, we need to put られる after the verb in the first form. 忘れる. This verb is classified under the 下一段 verb group. It is a dictionary form of the verb conjugation table. Dictionary form is written in third form item of the verb conjugation table. So we need to change third form れる to first form れ. And then we need to put the られる after the verb in fourth form of the verb conjugation table. 忘れられる. In the third principle, we simply change する to できる. For example, in the case of using verb 運転する we need to change する to できる。運転する This verb is classified under the 左辺 verb group 運転する become 運転できる運転できる This potential verb is classified under the 上一段 verb group This potential verb also don't have imperative form In the fourth principle we can use this phrase ことができる In this case, you need to put the phrase after the verb in the dictionary form. For example, in the case of 食べる 食べる it is a dictionary form of the verb. So, you can say 食べることができる食べることができるられる or れる These are auxiliary verbs that has four meaning. Potential form, passive form, respectful form, spontaneous action. Can you eat sea urchin? 食べる This verb is translated as eat. In the case of using verb 食べる we need to use second principle to make a potential verb. So, we need to put the られる after the verb in the first form. There are 5 kinds of verb in Japanese. 食べる This verb is classified under the 下一段 verb group. The way of verb conjugation is different depending on what kind of verb you use in the sentence. There are 6 kinds of form in the verb conjugation table. Verb conjugation table is useful for understanding which form we should use to create sentence. 食べる It is a dictionary form of the verb. Dictionary form is written in third form item of the verb conjugation table. We need to change dictionary form to first form. First form is also used to make a ない form. Now we will figure out which form to apply. We change third form べる to first form べ We need to put the られる after the verb in the first form. But if you say ウニが食べられる it means sea urchin are eaten. So we will imagine sea urchin is eaten by something like a bigger fish. が This particle is attached to the subject of the sentence. Sea urchin is subject of the sentence. So if you say ウニが食べられる it means sea urchin are eaten. 라레르 This phrase has a passive form and potential form at the same time. られる or れる These are auxiliary verbs that have four meaning. Potential form, passive form, respectful form, spontaneous action. If you want to say, I can eat sea urchin, sea urchin should be object of the verb because I is subject of the sentence. を is attached to the object of the verb. So you need to say, ウニを食べられる。Can you eat sea urchin? ウニを食べられますか？ウニを食べられますか？ウニを食べられますか？ In Japanese conversation, some people drop the ら sound from the sentence. ウニを食べれますか？ウニを食べれますか？食べる It is a dictionary form of the verb. So, we can use fourth principle instead. ウニを食べることができますか？ウニを食べることができますか？ This movie is available to watch until tomorrow. この映画は明日まで見られます。この映画は明日まで見られます。この映画は明日まで見られます。In Japanese conversation, some people drop the ra sound from the sentence. この映画は明日まで見れます。この映画は明日まで見れます。We can use fourth principle instead. この映画は明日まで見ることができます。この映画は明日まで見ることができます。The cultural festival from my high school days is an unforgettable memory. 高校生の頃の文化祭は忘れられない思い出です。高校生の頃の文化祭は忘れられない思い出です。高校生の頃の文化祭は忘れられない思い出です。高校生の頃の文化祭は忘れることができない思い出です。高校生の頃の文化祭は忘れることができない思い出です。